the National Football League, where division rivals will clash in the NFC South. It's the Panthers and the Falcons coming up next.
The weather this time of year in the South, perfect. Fall football weather, and we've got the roof wide open here at Mercedes-Benz Stadium in the heart of Georgia. We thought the old place was loud. Somehow this place got even louder a short time ago as the Falcons were introduced to this sellout crowd. We're set to go as the Falcons get ready to match up with the Carolina Panthers. Hello again, everyone. Brandon Gordon along with Charles Davis. And Charles, we take a look at this Falcons team as they enter play. They come in playing pretty good football. Winners of 4 of their last 6 games. On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they were losers their last time out. They're going to try to get back in the win column, but obviously they're going to have to do that in a hostile environment.
And sometimes it actually works to your advantage. Now you've got to band together your team, the us against the world mentality. Let's see if they can use it and get a victory.
Set to go, Young Wei Koo ready to do the honors. And off we go on EA Sports. And he opts to not bring this one out. The first drive will start at the 25. So here are the Panthers now for their opening drive. Leading them out is their 6'3" quarterback, the 3rd overall selection in 2018, Sam Darnold.
He had the numbers of a game last week that if you win, you talk about him being a gritty guy, managing the game, getting it done. But they lost. So obviously 2 interceptions, 1 touchdown pass, that's not going to be good enough. Got to get that changed around.
A fake to McCaffrey. Now Darnold. He'll find his man, Terrace Marshall, complete. And he'll have it past midfield almost to the 40 before being taken down. A big play that time through the air. 33 yards. First carry for Christian McCaffrey. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. Called it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up 2nd down. A shotgun snap for Darnold. And he'll dump this off to his running back, McCaffrey. And this winds up a gain of 4 to the 41. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Here's Darnold. And this is going to be incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And I don't think this has the carry. It does not. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. That opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Defensively here, you're facing a top 5 team in terms of points scored in the NFL. So when they're that high-powered, you've got to find a way to hold them under 20, because to me, that's the magic number. 20 points scored, you give yourself your best chance to win.
So if they're up around 24, 28, 30, they could be in some trouble.
I think so, because then you turn it into a shootout, and that means your offense has to keep pace.
And that falls to the ground, incomplete. A nice job of bodying him up defensively, and now it brings up 3rd down. So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves them staring up here at a 3rd and 8. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Looking there for Pitts, but intercepted. Picked off by J.C. Horn. Past the 20, 5, and he will bring this one It's a pick six for a Panther touchdown. Now for the point after. And this will be good to give the Panthers a 7-0 lead. So the defense creating some points, not only getting the interception, but then returning it to the end zone for the pick six. Returning it, John Ross. And he'll take it a yard or so past the 20, call it the 21. Here comes the field general leading his offense back out there for the next possession. And looking to erase his memory bank from his opening drive a moment ago that ended in a pick six for the first points of the ball game.
And in my experience, a lot of quarterbacks, after throwing a pick six, the first thing they want to do is fire another one and get those points back immediately. But what really helps you get back in sync is a good, long, methodical drive, mixing the run and the pass, tamp things down a little bit.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. That's into the hands of Pitts, the tight end. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Here we go.
Last week, several good performances in the NFC, but he was the conference's offensive player of the week, well over 100 yards.
And just the ability to make catches. You know, that gets underplayed sometimes because we're always looking for the move or the big run. But catch the football consistently, that racks up the yardage.
On first down, Darby. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Calling no gain on the play, and it'll be 2nd down. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. Charles, they won last week despite him not running the ball well. They told us need to get him going. Runs like that help.
And they talked to us about leaning on him because, as you noted, last week they didn't have to. Still won the ball game. They leaned on other people to give them the yardage that they needed, but they really want him to be that guy, and that's what they're doing early in this game. Well, they came into this game saying it was important that they set the tone and show that they can run the football. And I believe that they've done that here in the first quarter.
From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. On 2nd down, Darby. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. 41 yards rushing for him now, and he's carried the ball just 5 times.
Well, if they continue to run the football this strong, right up the middle, I don't know if they can wait till halftime to make adjustments. They better find a way to get it done series to series. I don't know if they need to.
And this is caught for a Falcon touchdown. A great effort there. Hitting double digits with his 10th touchdown of the season. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And that will tie our score here in this opening quarter of play. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. And he'll decide to not bring this one out as their drive will begin at the 25. The Panthers coming back out onto the field for their 2nd drive. Last time out, they had that long 50-plus yard field goal that they missed.
And I'm sure on their sideline, they're thinking to themselves, okay, do we still want to try one if we're in that position again? And I would dare say that the answer would be yes. They're going to have a lot of confidence in their kicker. But just to be on the safe side, I'm sure they told their offensive guys, can we get a little bit closer this time?
Closer.
Yeah, you know, I'd rather get in the end zone first and foremost. But if all else fails, less of a field goal attempt for him.
And he'll be brought down here at the 28. And it looks like a pickup of 6. That leaves him with 7 yards to go on 3rd down. To throw is Darnold. And that will be incomplete. You and I watched film yesterday, and you told me to watch his feet. Well, for whatever reason, his footwork just looked off on that throw.
And you always love it when the next defensive back talks quarterback mechanics, right?
Well, but you're good at it.
Well, I try, all right? I don't know how good I am, but it doesn't take much to tell. His mechanics are off a little bit, exactly what you described. Footwork, that led to the incompletion.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Falcons will be taking over 1st and 10. Here comes the Atlanta offense now ready to take over here. A 6-2 is their record through the first 8 weeks. Now, Charles, what is your assessment for them in the second half of the season?
Well, I think that the road gets a little bit tougher for them. And when I look at their schedule, I see some of these road games, and I know those are going to be difficult. But this is a good team, so I'm going to go with 11-5. That seems about right, and I think that'd be a nice accomplishment, too.
They'll run on 1st down. Darby, and nothing doing. He's immediately taken down at the line of scrimmage. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down.
A quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the 2nd and the 3rd level. So I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. And he fires one that's intercepted. It's C.J. Henderson picking it off. And he will bring this one back. It's a pick 6 for a Panther touchdown.
It goes without saying, but I'm going to say it anyway. That's a ball he would like to have back, and it lands right in the lap of the defender from there. He doesn't have very far to go before he gets to the end zone, and he got there in a hurry.
Extra point splits the uprights, and that makes the score 14-7. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. Atlanta regains possession of the football. And they, if you just look at this game, Charles, on paper, they've got the edge, no doubt. They're hanging around the top of the NFC. On the other side, you got a squad that's towards the bottom of the NFC. But when we mentioned that to the coaches, they were having no part of it.
Yeah, and I like how you said when we mentioned it. In fact, I mentioned it, and I upset them a little bit, didn't I? Because they wanted no part of that one, and I was reminded, like a 5-year-old, this is the NFL. Any given Sunday, anything can happen.
And a big loss here as he's taken down. Brian Burns able to get in there and run him down for what's going to be a loss of 15 yards all told. After the sack, oh, they're staring at a challenge basically from the other side of town. It's 2nd and a country mile. Flushed out right. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. A big play there on the scramble. Well, that was something to behold there. You might expect runs like that from a kick returner or wide receiver, but that's your quarterback hitting top speed. They go play action here on 1st down. Rolling to his left. Gets this to Ferkser, the tight end. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. They're going to look to throw. That's going to be caught by Pitts. And he'll go out of bounds inside the 15-yard line.
Good job there of getting his tight end involved because he lines up on the right side of the formation, just works his way across the field. I really like how they were in sync on that one. He spotted the open gap in the zone, and his quarterback found him, and they get a 1st down.
Back now in Atlanta, 2nd quarter action. The Falcons with the football. There's a 1st and 10 at the 14-yard line. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Brian Burns able to record his 5th sack of the season. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. Eluding the pressure right. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. A breakdown defensively there as the scramble is going to set him up with a much more manageable 3rd down. Now back to throw. Flush to his right. And he takes this down to about the 2 before going out of bounds.
Now that's disappointing for the defense. They had the advantage, had excellent coverage all over the field, but they let him get away, scramble and pick up a first down and inside the 5-yard line.
Now a play fake here on first down. Rolling to his right. And that is caught. Touchdown, Falcons. Logan Thomas, his first touchdown on the year. And the Falcons are an extra point away from tying the football game. Koo able to connect on the extra point. And we are tied here in the second quarter. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. The Panthers about ready to take over. And they're coming off a 3-and-out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, that's a good start to this drive on the defensive side of the ball.
Forcing completion on first down. Then you're able to shut down the running play on second.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised now. A little bit of pressure going at the quarterback in an expected passing situation.
Now a shot taken on third down, but it's going to wind up incomplete. Here's J.K. Scott now as he'll kick it away for the second time. His first punt, 48 yards. This one looks equally as good. Good coverage there holds him to just a 2-yard return following a punt of 44. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Atlanta prepped and readied for its next possession. And it's only November, but the playoffs, we know how it works. They'll be here before you know it. If it ended today, they would be the #1 seed.
And that's a great spot to be in, but I love the phrase, if it ended today. And I'll guarantee you, that's what they've discussed in their locker room, in their meeting rooms. Yeah, we know where we'd be if it ended today, but we also know it's not ending today.
Right.
So they've got to continue to play the type of ball that put them in the spot where they're #1 in their conference.
Off the play fake, he'll look to throw. On the move to his left. He's got his pass-catching tight end, that's Pitts. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
And that's a nice throw right there. And I'll tell you what I've seen in recent times and actually watched a presentation in the offseason from a college offensive coordinator that showed about 10 different drills that he runs with his quarterbacks to show them how to get out of the pocket, how to get comfortable when they're doing so, and to make plays.
Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. And they move this all the way down to the 9. A big connection on that one. 33 yards. They'll try and run for it on first and goal. And he's going to ball his way down to about the 1-yard line. 49 yards rushing for him now to this point. That's what they wanted out of that first down play. Run it down there. Now they're knocking on the door.
The only thing that would have been better was getting it in, and now they can do whatever they want because they've got confidence on their side. Line up quickly and go, or savor it a little bit.
This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown, Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons have broken our tie. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead is now 21-14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And he'll just sit on this one as their drive will start at the 25. Carolina getting set to take the field. They'll look for a drive to tie this up, down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. They start on the ground with McCaffrey. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
Oh, that's a real nice job there by the defense in front. They just engaged and held their ground. But how about the guy who made the play? We often talk about whether they take a good first step or not. Many times you just don't take any step. Just get your feet moving, get your body going, and then once he made the read, he was able to make the play.
The Panthers on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. Here it's 3rd and 2. Now off the bootleg, Darnold. He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey. Oh, what a juke into space. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45.
And I like the idea here. Get the ball in his hands, even if it's in the passing game. 3 catches a week ago, and he does a nice job here to pick up yardage.
Darnold on first down. And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. They'll wind up losing 8 on the sack there, and it's 2nd down. The pressure that time right up the middle, and he was able to wiggle in there pretty easily and get the sack.
Yeah, sometimes you end up getting caught in a little bit of a breakdown about who to block up front, and that creates the gap there, and he took full advantage, got to the quarterback, and finished off the sack.
And they only get a yard back there. They'll be left with a 3rd down and long. Out of the shotgun, here's Darnold. He'll drop it off to McCaffrey. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down. Here's J.K. Scott now as he's on to punt for Carolina. He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. A look at the running back, the man out of the backfield as he gears up to go again. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Not only another first down, that also puts him over 100 yards rushing.
That's not something you see very often in the NFL. We see it more in college, but I think with more of the melding of the college game with quarterbacks, we'll see this a little bit more often in the future.
A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes. The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Hands it off out of the gun. And he stopped immediately there. Officially no gain on the play, and they're left with a 3rd and 8.
And the big fella stuffed that one up in a big way. I think doubling him has to be a priority, because you can't move up to the next level if you don't take care of him first.
He'll buy some time right. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. 1:55 left to go in the first half of play. The Falcons send out their punter. Christian McCaffrey deep for Carolina. And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Panthers will have a 1st and 10 from deep in their own territory. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. DJ Moore, the Carolina offense, about to take over once again. With them losing here in the second quarter and his limited productivity so far, you'd have to think they're going to try to look to him a little bit more, right?
I would guess you would start to see maybe some quick screens, some hitches, anything to get the ball in his hands quickly and let him try and do some damage after the catch. Or maybe just flip some formations and keep him isolated where it's more of a one-on-one route and get the ball to him.
I say just 4 verts, right?
Hey, why not? 4 verts. One of the best routes in football. Hard to cover each guy all the way along the route.
So far, just 1 catch for him. Now a throw to the end zone on first down, but it winds up incomplete. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Throwing again is Darnold. He's got a man. That's Marshall. And they'll wind up getting this to the 37. Gain of 9. Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Darnold will throw it on 3rd and 1. Pressure brought in, and the Falcons get there for the sack. Now the Falcons going to use one of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Now on 4th down, on is the punt team sending this one away. And this works out well as it'll kick out of bounds at the 11-yard line. But the Falcons now going to go on offense late in this first half. And with a 7-point lead, they'll likely look to take this to the locker room and not really press the issue. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. Finding a safety valve here. That's complete. And out of bounds across the 15-yard line. So give them 5 yards there on the pitch and catch. And it'll be a 2nd down.
And they'll use him out of the backfield, and sometimes quite a bit. They're just trying to get him touches any way they can. 4 catches a week ago. There's another one right there.
He's checking.
On play action, they'll throw. Sliding out of the pocket. To the right side and complete to Thomas. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds.
They talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a 1st down.
On 1st down, he'll drop to throw. Can't get away, and he's taken down. The Falcons going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 34 seconds to go before halftime. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. Escaping the pressure right. And he'll take this across the 25 before going out of bounds. And give him 10 that time as he was able to get away from the pressure and get a nice gain.
Partner was a definite passing down, but he was able to leak out and pick up some good yardage, even though the coverage was excellent. Maybe it's not exactly how they drew it up, but he still got a big chunk of yardage on 2nd down.
And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I know he was trying to get the completion downfield, but the way this game has gone, with a few of the runs he's made along the way, he should have kept the ball and taken it with his feet downfield. That's the big play that shreds the defense. Instead, he thought to himself, I'm a quarterback, I've got to throw it. He bailed out the defense with that incompletion.
A nice return that time of about 14 yards. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. On 1st down, Darnold. And he takes a shot on the release as this will be incomplete. Here's 2nd and 10. Now Darnold. They'll set up the screen to McCaffrey. And with just 4 seconds left in this first half, a timeout call. And you see the clock almost empty, so this is likely the last play in the 2nd quarter. A final shot before the break. Darnold going to air it out deep for Gronkowski. This is intercepted. Picked up by Deion Jones, the linebacker. And he will be out of bounds with no time remaining on what will be the final action of this first half. So we are at halftime here in Atlanta with the Falcons out in front. As we send you down to Orlando where Jonathan Coachman has our EA Sports halftime report. Coach.
All right, Brandon, thank you very much. More from you two in a minute, but first, let's take a spin around the NFL and see what's going on here in week number 10. We'll start over at Raymond James Stadium in Tampa, and that's been a back-and-forth game, all tied in the 2nd quarter. From there, we'll head to Cleveland to check on the Browns at home at First Energy Stadium. And you can see they trail in that matchup against the Pittsburgh Steelers. 2 touchdown passes there for the former MVP, Matt Ryan. Finally, we finish at MetLife Stadium to see what's going on with the Jets. And they've got the lead over the visiting Denver Broncos. A touchdown pass there for Zach Wilson. Now time for a check of the next-gen stats in the first half for Carolina. And they weren't able to get a whole lot done throwing the football. That'll likely be a big key if they want to turn things around in the 2nd half. Meanwhile, for the Falcons, they too found some success throwing the football. But I think both teams would say there's room for improvement in the 2nd half. We're just about set to get back to it. Both teams making their final adjustments, and we'll head back to Atlanta and rejoin Brandon in charge.
Okay, Coach, thanks as always. This one's still anyone's game as we welcome you back for quarter number 3. Now Ross to return. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So here are the Falcons to take over on offense. They were winners a week ago over the Bucs. They lead here as well as they come up on first down. They'll try and start this drive in the air. That's complete to his tight end, Ferkser. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. On second down now. Darby, and this defense not giving him anything there. Maybe a yard up to the 36. When we talk about defenders, specifically linebackers, keeping their eyes in the right spot, he had that eye down the entire time.
And you know that's not easily done because they throw a lot of misdirection at you. They try and fool you and get your eyes in the wrong place. But you're right about that one. He correctly figured that one out and made a really nice play.
On first down, Darby, and he's going to bull his way forward to the 48. 64 yards rushing for him now as his fine rookie season continues. On second down, Darby, and he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football. Sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They'll run on first down. Darby, and he's going to get stopped up quickly. Give him a yard down to the 43. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. Flushed out right. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Looks to me, partner, like he's learned a little bit because earlier in the game, I think he was trying to force a lot of throws into some windows that just weren't open.
Yeah, the interceptions had plagued him, especially a second interception, really a bad throw. So maybe a better decision there.
Yeah, no doubt about it. I think he learned from earlier in the game, and he's applying it now.
Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8. They'll keep it on the ground. Darby. And they'll get this down to the 10.
Looks to me like maybe there's a little attrition setting in with this drive because when you see that type of a run, I get the feeling the defense getting a little bit tired.
And that's the last thing they need, especially. And he is into the end zone for a Falcon touchdown. A great play there with touchdown number 7 on the year. And the Falcons take the opening kickoff of the third quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. Crew able to connect on the extra point, and the lead now up to 14. Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And this will not be brought out. It's a touchback. The Panthers offense now, they head back on the field for their first possession of the second half. And their deficit a little wider than it was at halftime. Does that touchdown a minute ago change the thinking here at all?
I think it does, at least a little bit, because now urgency has to start setting in. You can't go out there and go 3 and out and run the risk of falling behind substantially, but you have to do it without pressing, because pressing, that'll lead you into bigger errors.
On 2nd and 9, Darnold. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far, brings up 3rd down.
Oh, he caught it. Just couldn't get the feet down. Couldn't get that toe tap sequence, right? I was ready to call him tippy toes if that one was completed.
He's going to look deep for more. They've got his man complete. Touchdown, Carolina. DJ Moore, his first touchdown on the year. And the Panthers are able to get this back within a touchdown. So Sam Darnold, not really known for having the strongest arm in the NFL, but he certainly laid that one out there. point after, right down the middle. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. So a 75-yard scoring drive on just 3 plays. And Carolina scores to cap it off. And now here's Ross.
And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line.
Getting set to go again as we look at the back heading onto the field again. He's been a good workhorse. I know we use the word workhorse a lot, but he's been a good workhorse for him in this one.
No doubt about it, and there's nothing wrong with that. That's what you're looking for if you're a back, because that means everything's coming together for you. Big guys up front have created space. You've run through it. You've probably got some help even from the wide receivers who want to catch passes as opposed to block, but they're helping out too.
Yeah, everyone's pitching in. He's had a good game. And he will lose yardage here back at the 23-yard line.
Well, I think the hope is, with a touch pass like that maybe you catch the defense off guard, but they were all over that one.
And it is the kind of play that works better against certain defenses, and this clearly was the wrong one to run into. Really nice job getting him down behind the line of scrimmage.
And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds.
Under the category of obvious, you hate giving up a first down on 3rd and long, and somehow he finds his way downfield and picks it up.
Yeah, if you look at the coverage defensively, oh, this is great, but no one accounted for him at the quarterback spot.
At some point, you actually have to tackle him and get him on the ground short of the first down marker.
3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. And he'll give it here to his running back. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Just a couple on the ground there, and that's going to bring up 3rd and about 6.
Early down stuff to put this offense in a precarious position. We know that securing the point of attack, especially against the big-bodied guys in the middle of this D, has got to be priority 1.
Eluding the pressure right. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you got to start thinking about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
And that is knocked away in the middle of the field and incomplete.
They've given up a few first downs on this drive, but getting the incompletion there, that should give them something to build on and maybe turn the tide.
3rd quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10.
A throw there, but that's going to wind up incomplete. Not his best throw there, but where we sit right now in the 3rd quarter, he's had a pretty good game throwing the football.
He certainly has, and it's not exactly at the point where we're doing 4-minute offense yet, but they've got to think about, I'm not going to say milking the clock, but understanding clock management here on out.
Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. While the trainers take a look, we'll step aside. So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They'll stick with the passing game as he looks to throw. Flush to his right. He's going to find his running back. It's complete. And they'll have it in the red zone before he crosses over out of bounds.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18.
That's a nice job there defensively, being able to diagnose that little touch pass. They saw it coming, converged on him before he could get much out of it.
Again, he'll drop to throw. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. Touchdown, Falcons. A great effort there. He scored on the ground and through the air. And the Falcons will add on to their lead. Extra point by Koo, up and good. And the lead now up to 14. So that drive, 12 plays in length. And the Falcons score to cap it off.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off.
And this will not be returned. It's a touchback, and they'll begin at the 25. The Carolina offense about ready to go. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little while.
And the Falcons get there. The Falcons get the sack. Down he goes. That one will set him back nearly 10 yards here on first down on the sack. Tell you what, he did not have much time there to get in the field before he was ducking and covering.
Did it appear to you, as it did to me, that the defensive front won their play really quickly? Meaning the guys in front of them had almost no chance to block them. They were on him in a hurry.
Back quite a ways here, facing 2nd and 19. Another try after the first down sack. Darnold, he's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. That is caught by Anderson. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. On first down, it's Darnold. It completes it once more to Anderson. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Fourth quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the second touchdown. You got the first one for the second one to even matter.
And that's going to be good for another first down as the tackle's made at the Falcons' 41-yard line. A shotgun snap for Darnold. Open man, Gronkowski complete. And he's going to get this inside the 30.
Good yardage on the completion there. And when they look at the scoreboard, they do understand a field goal is not going to do them any good. My guess, they're going to press the ball downfield as far as possible, try and throw it into the end zone and get a score because they know they've got to get that done and get the ball back as quickly as possible.
And inside the 20 before he's brought down. So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. Gets this to his running back. It's Christian McCaffrey. And he'll be out of bounds, taking it just shy of the 10 at the 11 or the 12. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. Here's Darnold. And that is, I think he caught it. He did, but they'll say out of bounds. It'll be incomplete. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on 3rd down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Darnold. And he's not able to get away. Sacked back at the 22. He could not get away that time, and it'll be a loss of 11 on 3rd down. And his kick is indeed good. And that will get the disadvantage now back down to 11. So the 3 points there, and CD, that helps him inch a bit closer.
Yeah, partner, when you're losing, any points you see go on the board in your favor, you're happy to take them.
The return man down to a knee, and this will come out to the 25-yard line. Charles, you said earlier this defense is probably going to need to hold these guys right around 20 or under that if they were going to have a chance. It was evident pretty early on that wasn't going to happen.
Yeah, they left 20 behind a long time ago in this game, didn't they? It looks like they're headed towards a big, big number. But 20 was the threshold because that kept them in the ball game and kept the pressure off of their own offense.
They go over the middle, and it's complete to start the drive. And he's upended at the 33, following a good pickup of 8. Ahead of the chains now, 2nd and 2. Here's a play fake as they set up to throw. Steps it, and he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. Robert Spillane Gets him for a loss of a yard, and it will bring up third down.
Well, it's been a little bit of feast or famine because he's thrown for decent yardage, and obviously they've got the lead, Charles, but now he's been sacked 4 times.
And what I'm focusing on is his toughness in the pocket.
Puts it on the carpet. It's out.
Wow, that ball gets knocked free, but a teammate comes along and scoops it up. It's almost like baseball. Guys at bat, people are on base in scoring position. One guy doesn't get him home. The next guy comes through and picks him up.
And avoids the turnover. Escaping the pressure right. Oh, he put it on the carpet, a fumble. They're able to keep the drive alive, 7 yards that time, and the decision to go for it proves to be a good one. Back to throw now on first down. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up second down.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion that would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion, but I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication, and as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
They follow up the gain of 5 by only getting 1 there on second down. The Falcons on third down. They've hit on half of them, 5 for 10. This is 3rd and 4. They'll set up a throw. Throw left side, complete to Ross.
And he's going to have a Falcons first down, although it doesn't appear to be by much. He needed 4, and he got 4 on third down.
Clock running, under 4 to play now as they come up on 1st and 10. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Takes this to the 45. Broken tackle. Brought him a little extra space. A nice little screen. They get 6 on first down.
On second down, here's the option.
And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down.
Well, that's the fear any defense has when the quarterback gets involved in the running game. You don't usually account for him, and he's hurting them today.
Yeah, he's been very involved in the running game. Defensively, when you've got the coverage good downfield, how do you account for him, though?
Occasionally, you start to spy him. Take someone that has the same agility, who can dance with him, run with him, and try and keep him in the pocket.
That'll be especially critical here as we come down the stretch in the 4th. Give him a couple on the scramble. It's second down.
So many times we talk about having good eye discipline when you're playing defense, making sure your eyes are in the proper place on a given play. Looks like that discipline came to the front there, didn't it? They were able to hold him for a short gain when he took off running.
And not much running room. Down to the 32. Give him 3 yards, and now they're left needing a conversion here on 3rd and 6. So it's Falcon football as we welcome you back. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away.
Oh, he's got his tight end pitch complete.
And whistles, and we're going to have another stoppage of play as they call the timeout on defense with 1:53 left. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Now it looks like he'll throw here. And he slings one that's incomplete.
From the snap, he certainly looked like he knew where he wanted to go with the ball, but surprise, that guy was covered. So that took his attention elsewhere to no avail.
He'll try again with the arm here on second down. And he comes back with one complete. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. The Panthers turn to their nickel set here as they get ready for 3rd down. They'll look to throw again. Flushed out right. The ball comes out, and the ball ends up out of bounds, so it'll be a loss on the play. Second time he's fumbled in this game. Fortunate for him, this one goes out of bounds.
And the key for him now is how much equity have you built up with your coaching staff? How much equity have you built up with your team to continue to get opportunities? Fortunate that one went out of bounds, saved him from a turnover.
Eluding the pressure right. And I think the ball's out, but this will fortunately wind up out of bounds. That one a backbreaker as they wind up converting there on fourth. A good chance now to put this game on ice. This is 1st and goal. They'll look to throw.
Oh, not sure he saw the linebacker there as that's batted down and incomplete.
So much of this game is about leverage. We always talk about low man wins in the trenches. Well, it's like that at just about every position. And sometimes, if you lose that leverage and you're losing the battle, just jump up at the line of scrimmage and try and bat the ball away. And that's exactly what happened there.
And a little bit of space there takes it inside the 5 to the 3. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as it comes with 1:25 left to go in the contest. A lot of tired bodies on that field, but this is a big play, 3rd and goal. This to Pitts, and he's got him. Touchdown Atlanta. Kyle Pitts with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Falcons are looking as if they'll move it to 7-2 as they add on to this lead. True able to connect on the extra point, and the lead is up to 18 now.
Following the touchdown, here's Koo to kick off. And it'll come out to the 25 as he will not attempt to return. The possession of the football goes over to Carolina. We certainly had a sense coming in here that these guys were in for a tough one on the road. That has been how this ball game has played out. They trail big as we continue on now here in this 4th quarter.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw once more on 2nd and 10. Darnold. And that's incomplete. You know, the trials and tribulations of being a quarterback in this league, it's tough. It's got to be wearing on him out there.
Well, he has been sacked a number of times. He had an interception, so I'm going to give him a skosh of credit for hanging in there and trying to make something happen, despite the amount of pressure he's been under this entire game.
And that is incomplete.
This has been a rough one, to put it mildly, for him. And after this one's done, you just feel like at the post-game press conference, this team's going to have a lot of questions and definitely not a lot of answers.
4th down, and for Darnold, it's desperation time. And this is caught. He hits more. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. Throwing left side, he's got Gronk, complete. 3 yards the gain there, 2nd down. They're going to need to get up and set in a hurry.
He'll get this out wide here to McCaffrey.
And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40.
Well, I can put my defensive cap on right now, and I know they're saying don't give up any big plays now. They've controlled this game throughout, and all they want to do is see it through to the end. I think they let their guard down a little bit with that last completion. Sometimes when you're trying not to give up bigger plays, you don't react as fast as you should on other throws.
Darnold's throw complete there to Moore.
Flashed the stick skills, but didn't get a ton from it. Stopped short of the 35. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down. And they're not able to complete it. Now just 6 seconds remain. Time for 1, maybe 2 more plays. 1st down marker at the 31. It's 3rd down. One last throw now for Darnold. He's going to look deep for more. And that will be incomplete as time has run out on this football game. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Falcons, the win will move them to 7-2 now on the year. And they'll get to stay home again next week as the Pittsburgh Steelers come to town. Meanwhile, for the Panthers, they're going the wrong way as this will drop them to 3-7 now on the year. And they'll be at home next week for a date with the Seattle Seahawks.